Okay, what's going on, everybody? It's a little late. It's like 10:30 at night, and I'm putting out this video. It's kind of in response to my buddy Diebulfrog79. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. I'll put a link in the description below. But he just put out a video a couple hours ago, and he had a knife on it. I actually have one very similar, and made me think maybe I'll put up a video of some of the old school knives I have. So, without further ado. And you'll see something like this, similar, that he says he carries. I never know if I'm pronouncing this right, guys. I really don't. It's called a akapai. Now, this is what they used to call back in the day. It's a lockback, essentially, but it's called a slip joint knife. And it folds in and it locks into place. Now, I've had this knife a long time. And a little quick history on these knives is authentic ones go for a lot of money. You can find a real authentic one. Now, these were originally produced in the early 1900s. They were produced for Germans over in the bases or colonies or whatever you want to call them over there in Africa. Then over time, that's how you close it by pulling back on this. And you see the little ribs in there. That's what helps lock it in. But they were produced. Over time they became a company over into South Africa bought them, and that's who produces them. They still produce them to this day. They were really popular amongst grimy bad guys and street thugs in Africa or whatever back in the day. This is my version of a history lesson. I'm sorry, I'm not the best speaker in the world, but this is true facts about it. I can tell you this: it's made of. By judging by looking at it, I would say it's probably 1055. Would be my guess. High carbon, which is why it rusts. It actually, carbon steel over pure steel over high grade stainless steel. Carbon steel tends to hold a better edge. Just saying, some of you knife makers out there might argue that point, but it's the truth. It does rust. It's not weather resistant, but it's an old school knife. But I really like it. Diebulfrog has one, or Uncle Al, as he likes to call himself, has one. And I figured, hey man, he's got one. He's showing it off. Why not show off mine? And he's a cool dude. And I like that he carries one. And the ribs and the mechanism right here is really what makes this really, really unique, guys. Really unique. It actually almost locks into a little position. This is where it locks right back in there, if you can see it. See, clicks right in. They call this a slip joint locking mechanism, or basically known as a lock, the early version of a lockback. Early 1900s or so, these were first made. This is not an original. I highly doubt it. But my father gave this to me. I have, guys, I collect knives. I have way over 100 knives. So I've been collecting them a long time. So I figured I'd break out a couple of old school ones. All right. Next up, this is an old sailor's knife. At one point in time, the Navy was issued these, I believe. I'm not positive any of you Navy guys out there know when these were first issued, if they ever were originally issued by the Navy. Leave some comments below. I'd love to hear. But I do know that this is a seaman's knife or sailor's knife. I've had this for years. It's pretty old. It's got a single blade. It does, these things back in the day when they locked in, boom, they locked in on their own. No buttons to push, none of that. That was it. It was still locked pretty sturdy, and it's actually still a pretty sharp blade. And then they had this hook on the back. Sorry guys, getting late. Spike on the back. It's a rope spike. Now that actually locks into place. This is the release right here. Push this down, boom, releases it. But this is for working with the knots and the big knots and stuff in the rope. It was really cool. I mean, this is a really cool idea. It's also, if you had to use this as a weapon, this probably might be more effective as a stabbing spike over the blade. Last but not least, this was the first pocket knife I ever owned. My father bought this for me when I was like 9 or 10 years old. When I was in Boy Scouts. I still have it to this day. That's a long time ago. This is an old Camp King made by Imperial. This is made in Ireland. Again, this is probably 1055, 1085 carbon steel. That's why it rusts. Plus, it's old. This thing is old. I've had this forever. And it's just an old school jackknife. Check this out. It's got the old school knife, can opener. I can't even get the bottle opener open. It's so old. But I still have it. It's still got a decent edge considering how old it is. I see these things going online for sale for between 30 and 60, $70. You could not pay me enough money to ever buy this knife for me. My father gave me this knife. I will take this knife with me to my grave. I ever have a son one day. My new baby coming is probably going to be a daughter. I'm probably going to be cursed with 2 daughters instead of a daughter and a son. Blessing and a curse, however you want to look at it. But one day I hope to have a son I could pass this on to. If not, it's coming with me to the grave. I love this knife. Had it forever. So just a quick little history lesson. Couple old school knives inspired by Diebulfrog. If you're not subscribed to his channel, like I said in the beginning, please subscribe to his channel. He's a really cool guy. Got a lot of cool stuff going on. It's a quick little video for tonight, guys. I'm going to bed. Good night. Have a good week.